me personally, I cannot trade when it is not available on any chart. So we are going to start from 0. So this is always type in the Bitcoin dominance in all time frames. On Monday, I will start with time frames. But the Bitcoin dominance is very, very important. So let's go. Remember in our previous lessons, we have spent time, just a reminder of it, that I know what I'm doing. I saw Coach Mopi already has told you, so I don't need to repeat it. So basically, the whole of yesterday and the other day, we put our focus on moving averages, which help you to know whether this coin is on an uptrend or a downtrend. And once you understand, you just need to remain patient. So let's get into the moving averages just a little bit. The moving average exponential, we explained they are the best because they help us get both past and present data. Okay, and when we went to Royal Q, we saw that Royal Q gives us the power to basically have all of them at once. What's up? Okay, so you can always take the 50 moving average, or you can use multiples of 5 like we were able to discuss. So this is a 50 moving average, this blue one, okay? Then I'll orange, give it a good thickness for easy visibility. Then on the size, I will choose a 200 moving average. Okay. And the goal is just to get an overview of what is happening with this coin. An overview. So, question: what is the overview? Is this going on an uptrend? It is the basic overview. That's what I want to find out from you. What is the overview? Is it uptrend? Is it downtrend? What is the overview? Someone says my voice is very far, but I hope I've explained myself. Just make sure you find a way of listening to me. Yeah. I also told you that it would be very hard for me to be here, but I have nothing to do. I must appear, whether I'm feeling good, whether I'm feeling bad, whether I'm feeling. Whether I'm feeling good, I must appear. So don't base on my voice. Okay. So all of you are saying that the coin is on an uptrend. All right. But then, since this is a paid version, since this is not a paid version, these indicators may not be able to survive for a very long time because I wanted to add more. So here comes another question. Okay. But let's now get into today because now I know you have a clear insight of what I'm talking about. So let me base my sharing on only one coin for today. So now I want to introduce another indicator. Now, these indicators, they can be divided into two. They are indicators, that help you see what is happening. We could call them lagging indicator. Something that is lagging is an indicator that is not giving you what is happening right now. Then you have what we call a real-time indicator. Then indicator that gives you what is happening right now. So today, we want to look at a category called real-time indicators. and how they are very, very important in our trading approach. Remember, this is beginners area. So someone who's asking me for beginners, this is beginners. I have not yet complicated anything here. So what we are going to do, basically now, we are going to tap on this area here in our chart. If you're using a phone, you need to tap on the, not on the plus sign, but there are two balls down on your screen. So you either tap on this, then you tap on indicators. When you tap on indicators, then you tap on technical. But since I'm using not a phone, I'm just gonna tap here, then I'll tap on technical. When I reach here technical, then I'm gonna write in the RSI. There would come so many versions. Okay, the relative strength index, the relative strength index divergence indicator, the RSI. But I know in the future, I'm going to introduce the RSI divergence, but not now, but at the end. But for the start now, we are going to look at the stochastic RSI, okay? The stochastic RSI for now. But when we reach there, I will complicate the game a little bit. Now, why am I introducing these indicators? Because I want you to be making money as you learn how to trade. That is my goal, okay? So next week, I will now move away, having introduced this basic few, I'll now go and start the real trading deal. But I want you to be making money as you wait. Now, here is this indicator. So once we put it in our chart, it will appear like this. I haven't done anything on it, but we are going to do the setting on this indicator together. But before we introduce the indicator or before we go into settings, let's learn about it. What is it? It's a real time. When someone says something is real time, what does that mean? Can you give me, when someone tells you that something is real time, what does that mean to you? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat. What comes into your mind when someone says this is real time? Let me know in the chat. What comes into your mind? Okay. When I talk about real time, thank you, happening now. Exactly. So this indicator is a real time indicator. It gives you a general overview of what is happening in that particular coin you have chosen to trade right now. Thank you so much. Current time. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Thank you. God bless you. Now, basically, it is a real-time indicator. So next week we shall start with time frame so that you understand what time frame is what and what time frame means what. Okay. All right. But let's go. Now this is real time, and this indicator basically moves from zero to 100. Okay. And as it moves from 0 to 100, when it has reached here, we expect it to go up to 100. And when it reaches 100, we expect it to come back to 0. When it reaches 0, we expect it to go back to 100. When it reaches 100, we expect it to come back to 0. When it reaches 0, we expect it to go back to 100. Question. Where are we expecting this coin to go? Do we expect it to go back to this side, or we expect it to go to 100? Simple logic. Where should we expect this coin? You know me, I don't complicate trading. Where should we expect? Now, what is trading? What is trading? Trading is probability. Trading is probability. And the reason why you learn technical analysis is to increase your probability. Why do we say that trading is probability? It's because we do not control the market. How many are following? How many are following? You know, How many are following? So trading is probability. Why do we say probability? We do not control the market. But when we come here to learn technical analysis, is to increase our probability. Now the question is, what is the probability of this coin going up to the probability of this coin continuing down? Which one is a higher probability? Do we have a higher probability of this coin moving up, or we have a higher probability of this coin moving down? What is the higher probability? So the reason why we come here to teach you trading or technical analysis is to increase when you pick a coin, you should ask yourself, winning this trade, and what is the probability of me losing this trade? Good yesterday, so that you basically understand when I talk about probability. Yesterday, we traded a coin called TRB. I'm not a person who trades many coins. I'm this person who trades a few coins, and I put my focus there. Yesterday, we traded a coin called TRB. And you see, TRB was a very good coin. Why? Because it had a higher probability of giving us the money than a higher probability of us not making the what? And it profited. Even today in the morning, it has started. So when we teach you technical analysis, my focus of teaching you is to increase you. I don't care what you do with what you have learned, but the goal is to increase your probability. Is my message home? Let me know in the chat. Now, this coin moves from 0 to 100, okay? So when it has reached from 0, it goes ta ta. Once it reaches, some people take 80, others take 70. It is up to you. When it has reached 80 or 70, we say that this coin has been overbought. And you are going to define this with lines. It has been overbought. Then when it comes down up to 20, then we say this coin has been oversold. Now, what is trading? I want to define it very well. Trading is that art. Okay. I need to be fast. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so you see, when it reaches above 70 or 80, the coin has been overbought. When it goes below, the coin has been oversold. Now, what is trading? Or what is technical analysis? Technical analysis is that art and science that you have, that when you go to the market and what you are looking for, you don't find it, you don't trade. Because not trading is trading. Can I come again? What is technical analysis? Technical analysis is that art and science of going to the market that if you don't find what you are looking for, you do not trade, because not trading is trading. Can I come again? Some of you don't find what you are looking for. You force a transaction. But how many of you have never realized when we come to trade, we are playing with money? Give me a one. Give me a one if you are able to know that. That when we come to trade, we are playing with money. So you must be sure that when you come on this market and what you are looking for, you don't find it, you calmly stop what you are doing and you go. Why? Because when you meet what you are looking for, then you have the power to maximize it. And that is my trading approach. When I come on the market and I don't find those who started with me, I gave you two signals. Number one, I gave you this signal of Kato, and also I gave you this signal of form. And now I want to differentiate the RSI on both. On the other side, the RSI, now this will also come with your practice in trading. The other side, the RSI is in this area. But on this coin, the RSI is on this area. It is this line that we are going to describe is at 59, while this blue one is at 70. The blue one is at 70, the other one is at 59. Meaning that this coin is about to reach the overbought area, while the other one is at the oversold area. So you always have a choice which one is better. And you can always make your personal decision. Now, I hope you are ready for the next step. This indicator. So let's define our lines that we have discovered. So we are going to go to this indicator. Then it has a setting area. Remember, this is newbies training. It has that setting area. So let's tap on it. Okay. We are not going to change the length. The length is very important. So this indicator has two lines. It has the K line, then it has the D line, which we are going to talk about in details. Okay? But now, before we talk about the K and the D, let's start with the style so that we could differentiate the two. The K is the blue line. So let's increase its thickness a little bit. So that is the K. Okay, so the opacity, it is too light, but it's okay for visibility. Now, when you are changing the K and the D, make sure that they don't have the same thickness. So I'll leave the D to there. So the K is the blue line, the D is that orange line. Now we have the upper band, which was a line above. Since I'm using a dark color, I'll give the upper band a red line, but a thick red line. And I'll change it from being a dotted line to a line. Yes. Eh? They no longer allow. What's up? Eh? They no longer allow now. What happened? It is next to impossible. There must be allowance to allow me change the line. Is it my device? They must allow me. Okay, so it is down here. So I'm going to change it from dotted to line so that now I know that once I find my indicator touched the red line, it is danger time. Now there is a middle line, and this middle line, I could give it a white color, make sure the thickness is good, and I also turn it to line. I could increase the thickness for visibility. So I know that once it reaches 50%, then it is in the middle. Then the lower band, which is opportunity. I know I want the green line. Yes, green. So I also give it a good thickness, and I make sure that once I find it in green area, I have reached the promised land. Now, can you see? So red is danger. 50 is middle. Green is opportunity. Now question. When I trade this coin, it is just above the 50 line. Am I worried? Answer in the chat. Am I worried? Answer in the chat. I know that to up, it is danger. But this one is just in the middle line. Am I worried? I'm not so worried. So let's look back to the chart. So you see, so it gives me, those of you who started with me, I hope our take profit was around here. And it was something like 1%. Am I right? Am I right? Let me remember. Those who started with me, our take profit was around 1%. I usually take the immediate profit. Did you see that? Those who started with me, those who came in early on time, were around 40. This was our first trade. Now this has been our second trade. And the RSI still valid. Just looking at the RSI. Looking at the RSI. Now, when we bring this one, when you double tap, you can focus on that indicator. So 20, this coin has been oversold. So you see, this is the coin we are trading. Has it so far made any movement? Because this gives us what is happening in real time. In real time. Now, let us talk about the K and the D. Now that you know we have operated our indicator very well. Now, this indicator has two lines. It has the K, which is the blue line. It has the D, which is the orange line. And when the K crosses the D and goes above it, we expect the market to go up. When the K crosses the D above it, we expect the market to go up. When the K crosses above the D line, we expect the market to go up. Versa V, when the D crosses the K line and goes above it, we expect the market to go down. As simple as that. Is my message clear? But remember, trading is probability. It doesn't mean that when the K crosses the D, it is automatic that the coin is going to go up. The RSI is just going to continue in a straight line. Remember, we don't control the market. That's why you trade with margin calls, because you don't control the movements. It's my message home. But this is how we use the RSI. Number one, when you find the cross, you draw the line. So you come here on your tools, you come here on these drawing lines and you pick the vertical line. When the K crosses the D, you draw the what? A line. Okay, so we are gonna draw our line, but it is refusing at the crossover, and we have less time. Around there. Around, I think, a little bit behind. But let's take this now. Back to candles. You remember you learned about the green candle. And during that class, Coach Mopiwa told you that the green candle has an open and it has a close. A green candle opens below and closes above. And this is called a body. So a candle can have a wick or what we call a shadow. But even if the candle, the shadow is as long as this, we shall call this a high and we shall call this a low. We shall never say that this candle closed here. So we shall always say that it closed at the body. Am I clear with that? Give me one if that information is familiar with you. We shall never say that this candle closed high here. No, we shall just call it a high. We shall always say that it closed at the body. So this is the close. So when you are trading, me, I usually love the body close philosophy. So what I will do, when I draw my line like that, it is not perfect, but it's okay, let's go. If it is the body close of the candle, I will come back to this green candle where the crossover happened. And I draw there a horizontal line or a horizontal ray. A horizontal ray just starts from where you start from. But a horizontal line goes all through. So I draw there a line. So I have drawn a line at the crossover. I have also drawn a line at the body close of that candle. Is my message home? Is my message home? Give me a 2. So I draw a line. My crossover is not perfect. And I don't have time to perfect it. But it is a little bit behind. But let's go. Okay? So I draw a line at the X. And on that candle, where I have drawn my line, I draw a horizontal ray. What is a ray? The ray starts from where you want. Point, you put the dot, for example. You know, some of you have issues with picking these tools. So when I pick a tool, I drag the dot to where I want to draw. If I want to draw here, I put the dot there, then I tap on the dot. That's how you apply any indicator. So I draw the line. But I hope you guys, you are now following. Eh? Are you following? Are you following? Are you following? Is that easy or it is hard? And as long as you can master that art, the rest is history. Like here. Someone says it is hard. Okay, let me try again. Let me come back again. If you are using a phone, you know, most of you are using phones. Let me share this side. Look here. Here is the crossover. I will come on the pencil. If you are using a phone, I'll come on the pencil here. I tap on the pencil. Then I will meet an area called drawing trend lines, these ones. And I will look for one called a vertical line. You see? It is here. I tap on it. When I tap on it, it gets in my chart. When it reaches my chart, all of you can see it has a dot. Is that true? Let me know in the chat. All of you can see it has a dot. Is that true? Let me know in the chat. You see the dot. I don't need to touch the dot. I just need to touch this line either here or here or here or here, anywhere. But I'm going to drag this dot. So when I tap the dot, I move the line. You see, I'm moving. And I'm moving it to target my crossover here. Once it touches my crossover, I tap on the dot. Is that easy? Tokoje. Is that clear? Is that clear? Someone was saying it is hard. So I just move the dot. Now, having drawn, remember we have talked about candle, and we said there is a green candle. And a green candle opens below. This is where it starts. And it closes here. So where this body ends, whether it has a longer tail or this one, I will draw there a line. So you see, I'll now come on my drawing tool, come here on trend lines, and I'll look for a horizontal ray or a horizontal line. The names are here. I'm not the one who created them. Horizontal ray. Because it starts from, so I drag it there and I draw the line. So that marks my entry. Are we together? Give me a one in the chat. That marks my entry. And like we are going to see in the coming lessons, when I plan my entry, then the next step is that I will look at the current price, then look in the past. I look back in the past where this coin went highest. That's what we do, but we are going to get there. I look back in the past where this coin went highest, the near highest, and I'll draw the line just for today. So I'll pick a horizontal line. And because me, I use body close, me, I don't use wicks. Remember, let's go back to a red candle. We said that for learning purposes, a red candle opens from above and closes below. So where it closed the body, not the wick, me, I use the body. So where it ended, it is here. So there, I would draw there my horizontal line. And so I make my entry. So now I will come down here. There are what we call focus and measurement. And there is what we call a price range. There is long, and we are going to discuss all of them. I tap on price range, measure from my entry, then I take profit to my line. And that is our signal for today. I shared in the morning of Kato. Where am I getting my confidence? I'm not getting my confidence in these candles. I'm getting my confidence on the RSI. Why? Because it is in the oversold area. That's where I get my confidence. I don't get worried whether this coin moves up, moves down, moves middle. And if I come to the chart and I don't find this, I don't trade. Does that make sense? If I come to look for a coin to trade and I don't find one that gives me what I'm looking for, I don't trade. I don't force the market. Because here, now question, what is the probability of this coin going against me and going in my favor? Some answers in the chat. Because I told you, trading is probability. Trading is probability. Now question, what is the probability of this coin going in my favor and going against me if we are running the stochastic RSI together? What is the probability? Alex says 50-50. This is not 50-50. How many of you say this is 50-50? This is not 50-50. It is no, it is even, guys, this is 80%. It is even 90%, close to 100, that this coin is going to go in my favor. There are higher chances. Yes, 9 out of 10, thank you. That this coin is going to go in my favor. I'm going to win this trade. I have higher chances of making this 3%. Now let me show you. Now when I come to Royal Q to set such a trade, I don't play. Now this is what makes profits to be different. But the day I entered this strategy, I'll never forgive it. Let me find the coin called Kato. Okay. Now, when I come to this coin to trade, listen to me very well, ladies and gentlemen. I don't play. Number one, I'll make sure that my margin, my first 4 margin calls, they're on a double up and they are as low as possible. Are you getting the picture? When I'm trading such a coin, I don't play. Even this 0.5 is very big. I want to make sure that my robot buys my first 4 margin calls as fast as possible. Why? Because there is money. I will not set these ones. I want my robot, even if it is buying these other margin calls, let it buy them as fast as possible. I will make my drops as easy as possible because there is money. There are higher chances of me winning. So let me start winning as many times as possible. I will drop my margin call drop as low as possible. Why? Because there is money. I have higher chances of winning than so that's why I said there are no perfect settings. As long as I spend time on this market, my drops, so it has already bought 3. So I want my drops to be as far as, do you copy? Let me change this even to 50. I want my robot to make sure I will not switch on AI. I am not protecting anything. I want my robot to buy these margin calls as like tomorrow. Do you copy? Do you copy? Do you copy? Give me a one. Why am I doing so? Because the probability. So every carry tracement that happens, I want my robot to put in money. Every carry tracement that happens, I want my robot to put in money. Why? Because I have a higher advantage of this coin going into my favor than this coin going against me. Even if it goes against me, by the way, even if it goes against me, I have a shorter waiting time. I will not wait for long until the money is in my pocket. And that is trading for you. Question, is this hard? So we have talked about the RSI. It's a real-time indicator. It moves with the movement of the market. It moves with the movement with the market. If the market goes down, it goes down. If the market goes up, it goes up. Simple. So once I find the crossover here, I'm like, God, thank you. How have you remembered me? I draw my vertical line, I identify my entry, I look back in the past, find where the candle closed, draw there my horizontal line, make my entry, plan my exit. And if I'm looking for margin calls, still, I look at the current price, look below, where did the coin go lowest, bring a horizontal line. This is the current price. I look below, where did the coin go lowest? On the body close, I draw there the line. So I expect this coin maximally to have that margin call drop. We are gonna look into details about this support and resistance and why we do this in the coming future. But today, we wanted to make sure that you can be able to identify or be able to capitalize on the movement of the stochastic RSI because it is so powerful. Let me give you a powerful example here in the past. So imagine someone found this trade, drew their vertical line at this point. At the body close of the candle, they were able to draw a horizontal ray or a horizontal line. At this body close, they made their entry, ladies and gentlemen. And imagine this coin moved from that corner. If we come down here on forecast and measurement, okay, and put in a price range, we shall also bring the long and the short things here. And imagine this coin moved from that point and it went up to 26%. And if this person was wise and looked back in the past where the coin ended high there, which basically, number one, if we take the horizontal line or the horizontal ray, sorry, number one, this was his immediate take profit. Having closed that, if the RSI had not yet reached 80, he gets in again. He gets in again. And his second highest price was this one here. Or there is even this one here. If still the RSI had not yet reached 80, he gets in again. This is what we call trading by compounding. Says the next, if up to here, if still the RSI had not yet reached 80, he keeps taking these profits, repeatedly. Repeatedly. That's what happened yesterday on TRB. Let me show you. That's what I did yesterday on TRB. I enter, I check again. I enter, I check again. And the goal is to make sure that I maximize this coin. And I finished. Now I see there is opportunity, but I finished yesterday. It was a big opportunity to find this coin where it was yesterday. We shall talk about time frame. The coin was here and it gave good money. So I hope that is enough with the RSI and today. So today let's see how Kato will behave. I'm not a person who trades many coins. I could find one. And let's see how Kato behaves at the end of the day. There is nothing I'm chasing. So, someone says you have questions. Please ask it. Someone is asking which is the K line. The blue line. I remember when we tapped on the indicator, then we tapped on the setting icon. I hope you can see. Okay? I hope you can see K. If you want tap on the style, K is that purple line, D is that yellow line. Okay, so it defines itself. Yesterday, to use the exponential moving average of 20 and 200, but today you use 250. Exponential, they are all okay. They don't have issues. It is just my choice. One looks at the past 20 candles, another one looks at the 50 candles. So you can use any you want. You you, you should do it is not cram work. So one looks at a bigger volume, another one looks at a smaller volume. As long as it gives what I'm looking for, then I'm good to go. Someone says, sir, you will upload the video. I don't need to upload the video. It is always streaming live onto the YouTube channel. Come again on how you come up with the RSI indicator. My brother Shadrach, do you have a Royal Chu robot? Please, if you have not yet bought your robot, it is deadly for you to join these classes. Because even when I talk about RSI, you might get confused. Coach, it seems people are confused. Please come in time. I hope I hope I'm answering well the questions. I hope I'm answering well the questions. Someone is saying RSI and MACD. When you come late, me, I'm not ready to bring RSI and MACD. Okay. I can bring the indicator, but you see, me, I don't need all indicators. As long as this coin, you see, where is my confidence coming from? I don't care how this coin moves. I don't know. I don't know if someone is making sense. This coin can move up, it can move down, it can continue even lower, but as long as it is still in this area, you see, where the challenge comes in when it comes to trading is where someone wants to take a limit of when should this coin it sell. Does that make sense? Am I speaking to someone? You enter a coin and you want to give it a time frame. It should sell at this. Why is it delaying? Question: do you control buyers and sellers here? Give me some answers. My role is just to set up my margin calls. But since this coin is in this area down here, me, my confidence is okay. Whether it takes an hour, whether it takes, for example, let me go back to TRB for learning purposes. You see, sometimes, let me go back to TRB. Yesterday, someone called me saying TRB is going down. But let me bring TRB for you. This was my TRB. And I want to speak to someone. And you see, I had found this TRB at this area here. Listen to me very well. I had found it there yesterday. Not today, because now today, since it has made an uptrend, and I measured a take profit of 7%. I even made a video. Let me bring the price range. Where are you, Mr. Price Range? I think it was around here. This is, yes, I think around there. But this was too much. This is too much than what I had seen. Just to make things simple. I think around here or around here. I don't know. Any of the two. Either around here. I think around here. And I measured something like 7%. And I said I would take something like 5%, something like that. And then someone called me because TRB later formed these red candles. TRB formed these red candles. My leader, the coin is now going down. But my friend, I had built my confidence at my entry at the 50% line. My task is not to care how the coin moves. My task is to make an entry and then be patient with the market. What some of you lack is that ability to be patient when you make trades. Now, the selling pressure happening right now is very beneficial to me. Does that make sense to someone? Why? Because more money is entering my coin. But where is my confidence? My confidence is seated at my entry using the RSI. I just need to be patient. It is just a matter of time. So one of the challenges I see that disturbs many people when it comes to trading is trying to give a market a limit at when it should sell. Because most of you want now. Question before I compare anything. Is this a now business? Question. Is this a now business? Hmm. So my role is just to open up my margin calls. Actually, I love it. For example, let me see what is happening on my coin. It is even annoying. It is not buying more. Okay, let me reduce my first buying amount. My role is just to make sure that my robot keeps putting in more money. More money. Because whether this coin sells tomorrow morning, or whether this coin sells the other day, it's none of my business. My business is to make a good entry. So if you are looking for now business, crypto may not work for you because you don't control how buyers and sellers behave. Someone told me I try to compare, but since this is new biz information, I don't want to confuse people with a lot of information. Because this is new business. Because I don't want them to move away from this Zoom confused. Today I wanted to talk about only the RSI. But you can add on the MACD out of this. Because MACD is a lagging indicator, but let me just press it in. Okay, this is the MACD. It's a lagging indicator. MACD generally has made a dead cross above this side, trying to show you that this coin is going to move down. But when you look at the histograms here, the bars, the red bars are getting lighter. They're getting lighter, trying to signify that the sellers are losing momentum. But this is not time for MACD. I'll discuss MACD at the right time. There is no problem with this on the MACD. There is no problem. Any other question? Any other question? Right. I want to thank you for our call for today. See you on Monday. I continue to inform you that the dates of our international event are coming in. Someone is asking why are markets going down? As long as the Bitcoin dominance is increasing, markets can go down. I hope we started from that. I hope we started from that, and I showed you that the market dominance, the Bitcoin dominance. Did we start from that? How many of you remember? And I showed you that as long as the Bitcoin dominance maybe is going up, the other markets will always go down. But that doesn't mean you cannot find opportunities. That doesn't mean you can't find opportunities, good entry opportunities. There are several. Let me open for you here and you see. There are several opportunities you could be able to find in the market. There are several. As long as you make your good entry, you just need to be patient. For example, look at this. This is 1,000 chance. Do you see this coin here? The crossover, the stochastic RSI. And by the way, you can master the stochastic RSI and make a lot of money with it. Just the stochastic RSI. There we go. So I'll draw my line. The immediate highest price from here. I can go with that. When I measure this journey, it's a 2%, 2/3 of the journey, so I'll take 2%. I open up my margin calls. It's just a matter of time. Look where the stochastic RSI is. That is Kato for you. Now this I'll not trade. Why? Because when I look at the current price and the recent high, they are just close to each other. So no business. This I'll not trade. Why? Because when I look at the current price and the recent high, they are close to each other. I'll not trade. Let me check this. This week it was a 1%. It was here. Very good potential. From here, the immediate high was here. If I'm a high risk taker, then the next high is here. Around there. That could be the next high it would go for. When I compare the two, this stands more potential. This also has very good potential. A 2%. Then I remain patient. As long as I've made my entry, the rest. I'm using the stochastic RSI because it gives me what is happening in the market right now. So, someone is asking in Royal Q, which one is the best RSI to check for? Overbought? I don't know. Guys, am I giving this guy the right answer? Please join these meetings on time because now his question is confusing. I'm not getting bad, but your question is confusing. Please join these meetings on time because me, I have described this RSI very well. And those who came on time, they now understand what I'm trying to talk about. So when this was, so I would draw my vertical line there, what we discussed. I'll just come draw my vertical line there. At the body close of this candle, I make my entry by drawing there a horizontal ray. Bingo, that is my entry. Then my exit from the current price. Where did the coin go highest? There are several points. There is this, there is this. So I've gone for the highest one, which is that. And that could be the resistance, which we shall going to talk about next week. You're going to talk about resistance, support, trend lines, patterns, these. And so from my entry to there, around there, 2/3 of my journey will be my 2% take profit. I just need to be calm when I put my take profit. I remain patient. That's all. I hope I've answered you. Coach, can you please highlight me on what happens if the Royal Q account expires and I'm not yet ready to renew? They will give you 30 days. If you don't renew, they will delete your account. Either 30 or 90 days. If you don't renew, they will delete your account from the system. Me, but Roku will send you a message. Roku will send you a message when your account is about to expire. For example, my account is about to expire. In the coming, Roku will send you a message 15 days. And mine is about to expire. Why is my robot not buying? Yesterday we talked about moving averages. And just a reminder before I go away, that was 4 hours. This is 1 hour. That is 15 minutes. So 15 minutes was a downtrend of Kato. But I don't know. After enabling the system automatically renew your account 3 to 5 days. I want an auto renew because my robot will expire on the 14th. So I must make sure that I don't remove my money for the next 15 days. I'm not going to withdraw for 15 days in a row. Or I might withdraw and I leave the money until my account. I cannot stay with an expired robot. How dare I have an expired robot? Mhm. I don't know how for you it works for you, but for me this is business. There's no way I can have an expired robot. I'll discuss time frame next week. My leader, your lower band is on 10 or 20. It's 20. Thank you so much. Yesterday, I think I spoke to the leader Doris. Yeah, our purchase was done, and but I wish you the best. Have a good day, ladies and gentlemen. See you. Mm, RSI. Uh, RSI can work in any time frame. I think I'll discuss time frame later. So far, I think I'm trying to show you RSI on the 4-hour time frame. I think I'm trying to show you RSI on the 4-hour time frame. That's why I'm showing you because it's where there is less noise. I think all I'm sharing is 4-hour time frame. What I'm sharing is 4-hour time frame in all our conversations. What I'm sharing is 4-hour time frame. Right, guys? Have a good day.